What's up everyone, it's Ojh and we're back at it again, and in this video I'm going to give you all the information that you need to be the best Warcraft Rumble player that you can be. That includes details on hidden mechanics and advanced details which are not available within the game. Now some of you may already be aware of what I'm about to tell you, and some of you will already come across the source of the information. But recently, I've seen a lot of people asking questions, which suggests that there are many people out there who are not aware of the information that I'm about to share with you today. So on the website warcraftrumble.gg, there is a resources section at the top, and then there are blogs. One of the pinned blogs is the advanced rulebook. As it says here, the advanced rulebook is a work in progress to document all the hidden mechanics in Warcraft Rumble for players looking to maximise their strategies. So it says a lot is left unsaid in Warcraft Rumble, and this helps keep the complexity of the game under control for new players. But inevitably, people want to know exactly what do these abilities do, and this document is here to look at all of the hidden mechanics in Warcraft Rumble for us to peruse and use to our advantage. Efforts are made to make sure that this document is accurate, but the limits of the game are down to observations and the people who update this. And for what it's worth, the numerical values in this are based on minis at level 1. It's not always though about the numbers in this, it's the functionality of some of the features that we're going to talk about. So I wanted to start off, I'm not going to talk through all of them, but there are a few reoccurring questions that I've seen which I wanted to cover very quickly to point out a few of these, but the link to this will be in the description for the video. Please get yourself over there. This is going to help you take your game to the next level if you understand exactly how all of these features work. So one of the questions that I've seen asked is around burn, and that will be with the introduction of Emperor Thaurissan, the Season 3 leader, the new leader for the Blackrock family, is that his passive ability will give all non-elemental minis a burn effect, as well as that his attack itself applies a burn effect. And one of the questions, or one of the queries I've seen is, does the burn effect stack? And also moving on is little questions around poison and whether that stacks, etc, etc. So let's look at burn then quickly. So burn deals this amount of damage. Let's not worry about that too much. The bits that are important on this are that additional applications refresh the duration of burn but do not stack. So burn lasts for 8 seconds, and every time the burn is applied to a mini, it refreshes the 8 seconds. It does not add another stack of burn. Burn is an elemental damage as well. Separate to that, the poison gives an application that both refreshes the duration and stacks. So poison, the more times that you apply poison something, the more stacks you've got, the more powerful those ticks will be. Burn does not stack. Okay, next up will be execute. So execute is one that talks about the percentage that it deals to enemy minis, but it doesn't talk about towers or bosses. So execute, for your workings out, deals 10% of health to bosses, plus or minus 1% for each level above or below the target. So although we don't have percentages of health remaining shown in the game, you can look at it and work out, is that about 10%, 20%? Have they got about a quarter of their health left? Okay, that'll be a couple of executes. So 10% is what that's going to be dealing. What we got next? So let me know in the comments which of these details you've found to be the most useful or the most enlightening. I'm trying to help the community become the best players that they can be. I'm trying to help myself become the best player that I can be. Let me know in the comments. If you have found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Get yourself subscribed for more content within the Warcraft Rumble arena. Right, let's have a look. What else we're going to touch on? Right, the Emperor. Let's scroll all the way down here. So Emperor Thaurissan, the Hubris talent, which gives +2 levels to your minis, does not affect spells, and unsurprisingly does not affect the Kobold Miner. Incinerate also causes burn, so we covered burn just a few moments ago, but it gives 16 seconds to bosses and barracks rather than permanent. So the Incinerate talent applies burn permanently to the target that it's hit, unless it's a boss or a tower, and then it gives you a double duration burn, so 16 seconds on that. And then finally, indirect sources of physical damage, for example, Dark Iron Mines or the Quillball's Bristleback, will trigger the burn from the Emperor Thaurissan's passive fiery weapon. As long as the Emperor is in play, those mechanics will trigger the passive elemental damage, that burn for you. So really, really good to know that. So next one's an interesting one, blocking. So minis can push each other around, and this can be useful to accelerate slower minis by using faster minis to push them along. But each mini has a hidden weight to them, so you won't be able to play your goblin sappers with their turbo boosted boots on to push your abomination like a train up to the other end of the map. But similar size minis, if they've got the fast trait, for example, that they will be able to push other minis of the same size along with them. So that can be useful to get people around the map. Next one I wanted to cover was the Ojh&x, just so that everyone knows that Flame Burst, the Flame Burst talent, which gives you that immediate damage, that instant explosion when the eggs hatch. That explosion does not hit air, so if you are going to try and play Ojh&x to take out an air target with the explosion, if that air target does an AoE damage like a Drake or something, then the Drake is just going to melt the egg shells and then melt the whelplings when they spawn. Final couple then, Darnassian Steel, the talent on the Huntress, was given a +1 range, which is probably unintended. It is unintended in the patch notes for 4.0.0. That has been removed. So, like I was saying before, this document is a work in progress, and I'm sure that'll be updated. But Darnassian Steel now no longer gives a +1 range. And the last one that I wanted to cover was the Smoke Bomb. Now, the Smoke Bomb has a couple of interesting mechanics. So if you cast Smoke Bomb on Ojh&x, the eggs themselves do not get stealth. Instead, the duration and effect starts when the eggs hatch. So that's useful to know if you were trying to protect your eggs for some reason, that casting a Smoke Bomb on them will do absolutely nothing. And the Strange in the Night talent, which means that your Smoke Bomb affects enemy minis as well. It does not apply to towers, but it does apply to chests. So there may be some unique and fairly unusual times where you want to play a Smoke Bomb onto a gold chest, and then the enemy minis will walk by like it's not there. So, like I say, there are many areas, mechanics, functions, features covered in this document. I do hope it helps. Like I say, let me know how you get on in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful. Get yourself subscribed. More Warcraft Rumble content coming your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.